Hello YouTube! I was training chest, shoulders and triceps. This training is designed to create as much hypertrophy of these muscles as possible. High volume training is best suitable for men over 40. You would ask why? Well, I'll explain. Don't take me wrong, but older guys can still train and lift heavy. But is it wise? What is the risk to reward ratio? Let's not forget that this training is designed to gain as much muscle as possible, and I'm not looking to become a strongman or powerlifter. Anyway, as women age, the muscles are not such a big issue, as is the connective tissue, tendons, ligaments and cartilage that with age get used a lot. And if you have picked some injuries along the way, when it's time to try high volume training and make some gains. Without any further ado, let me guide you along this training. So we started with dumbbell incline press. I started with warm-up sets to let the blood fill up those muscles and prepare them for work. I can't stress enough how warm-ups are crucial in the training. Regarding injury prevention, warming up increases blood flow, therefore gets more oxygen and nutrients to the muscles, making them more elastic and therefore less prone to tearing. It also promotes the flow of synovial fluid, which lubricates joints and make them more flexible and less stiff. Synovial fluid viscosity is similar to egg white. Warming up will boost oxygen delivery to the muscle, which improves endurance and performance. As you know, warmer muscles and looser joints allow for a greater range of motion. The incline dumbbell press primarily works the upper chest, clavicular head of the pectoralis major, with secondary muscle groups including the anterior deltoids, that it's front shoulders, and triceps. Dumbbells also engage stabilizing muscles like the rotator cuffs and core, which helps with muscle balance. The main target is the upper portion of the pectoralis major, also known as the clavicular head. Common mistakes. Bench should be set between 15 and 45 degrees. Remember, steeper setting of the bench will involve more front delts, which I don't want to happen. This is why I'm using between 15 and 30 degrees angle. Well, using too much weight will lead to momentum-based reps. All this twitching and butt arching is not helpful. Take care not to use jerky motion to push the dumbbells up. Keep an eye on the position of your elbows. If you flare them out at a 90-degree angle, this will put excessive stress on the shoulder joints. Instead, tuck your elbows in slightly, around 45-60 degrees. The dumbbell bench press primarily works the chest, pectoralis major, shoulders, anterior deltoids and triceps. It's similar to the incline press. It also engages the core for stability, especially because it requires more balance than a barbell press. As you know, incline dumbbell press targets the upper chest, while decline dumbbell press targets lower chest more. Neutral grip is where palms facing each other will shift emphasis to the triceps. You can try this grip if you have shoulder pain. Sometimes it can help. Common mistakes. If you flare elbows too wide, you'll put shoulders into compromised, internally rotating position, so keep your elbows angle of about 45 to 60 degrees relative to your torso to protect your shoulders. Pressing straight up and down is less effective than using a slight angle. The dumbbells should move down on an angle towards the side of the chest and press up to a position over the shoulders. Incline press hammer strength. Next exercise after dumbbell bench press is incline press hammer strength, which is an excellent exercise for targeting the upper portion of the pectoral muscle. I need to improve my upper portion, so this is why I'm doing this exercise. So I adjust the seat height so that the handles are at the level of my upper chest when I sit down. My feet are flat on floor and my back rests firmly against the backrest. Then grasp the handles with a firm grip, keeping your wrist straight and your elbows slightly bent. Your palms should be facing forward. Begin with your arms bent at the 90-degree angle with the handles close to your upper chest. Your elbows should be slightly below your shoulders. Push the handles forward and upward in a controlled manner, extending your arms fully but not locking your elbows. Focusing on squeezing your upper chest muscles as you press. Ensure that you maintain a full range of motion. We move to the cable flies. I moved to the cable flies. This was the last exercise for the chest, and these are the cable flies. First 2 sets I did was to target lower chest, therefore using a high to low cable position. And last 2 sets in the exercise, I set up cable to middle level chest height to target middle chest. Well, to target upper chest, use a low to high cable position. Cable gives you constant tension and resistance throughout the entire movement. So, in my opinion, cable flies are better in this regard to dumbbell flies. However, dumbbell flies provide greater mechanical tension in the stretch position in the bottom portion of the movement. So I would do both cable and dumbbells to shock the muscle and therefore make it grow with good stimulus. Execution of the exercise. Begin with your arms extended out to the sides with a slight bend in your elbows. Bring the handles together in a controlled manner, squeezing your chest muscles as you bring your arms together. Keep a slight bend in your elbows throughout the entire movement. Ensure that you maintain a full range of motion by bringing the handles back to the starting position with your arms extended out to the sides. Also, avoid letting the weights touch the stack between repetitions to keep tension on the muscles. Keep your back straight and avoid too much arching your lower back. Your head should be in neutral position looking straight ahead. So we finish chest and we move to the shoulders. I started with dumbbell lateral raises. The dumbbell lateral raises primarily targets the lateral deltoid, so the side of the shoulders, but also works the anterior deltoids, so front of the shoulders, trapezius, the back, and core for stabilization. This isolation exercise is popular for building the cupped look of broader shoulders, like bolder shoulders. So key tips for proper form. Try to keep your shoulders pulled back and down, your chest lifted, and avoid shrugging your shoulders up to your ears. Okay, so no shrugging. And maintain a slight soft bend in your elbows throughout the exercise to reduce strain on your joints. Use a weight that allows you to perform the exercise without dancing, swinging, or twitching, or using momentum to lift the dumbbells. Okay, it's not about the weight. You know it. It's not about the weight. Now, focus on leading the movement with your elbows instead of your wrists to ensure that correct muscles are engaged. And at the top of the movement, make sure your wrists are aligned with your elbows. Some find it helpful to tilt their pinky slightly higher than their thumbs, as if pouring water from a jug. Finish the dumbbell side laterals. Another exercise will be face pulls. So muscles work, cable face pulls work the rear deltoids, the muscles on the back of your shoulders, as the primary target. They also heavily engage the traps, rhomboids, these are the muscle under the traps, and rotator cuff muscles. There is a lot of opinions circulating on the internet about the best grip. What is the correct grip? Look, the best grips for a cable face pulls are a neutral, so it means underhand grip, or an overhand grip, where you keep your thumbs pointing upward. So it's not just the one way is correct. No, there are more ways. You hit the different parts of the back. So it's not like it's only white or black, yes or no. No. So neutral or underhand grip. So grip the rope from underneath, so your palms face each other. Your thumbs can be pointed towards you. So as you pull, keep your elbows pointed up and outwards. Now the one overhand grip that I use. So overhand grip. So grip the rope on top with your knuckles now higher than your palms, and pull the rope towards your forehead, driving your hands and elbows back. And also avoid gripping the rope too tightly, as this can cause tension to transfer from your hands and arms into your shoulders, taking focus away from the real deltoids and upper back muscles you want to target. At the end of the movement, your thumbs should still be pointing back towards you to reinforce the correct form and external rotation. So, common mistakes: pulling the rope towards your chest or chin instead of your face engages the wrong muscles and can strain your neck. The rope should be pulled towards your eyes or forehead, and don't swing your body to help pull the rope. This is a common mistake. To avoid this, keep your core tight and use lighter weight. Also, having your elbows too low or pulling the rope towards your chest can turn this exercise into a high rope. So I aim to keep their elbows high and flare them up and out to work the target muscles. And when you see somebody shrugging shoulders and doing this face pulls, this is often a sign of using too much weight or not activating the correct muscles. Instead of shrugging, focus on squeezing your shoulder blades together and leading the movement with your elbows. The last exercise, this is a new one for me. It's a wide grip upright row. And when I was doing the narrow grip, I would always have problems, impingement in my shoulder, so I didn't do it for years. Now I changed it and I'll give it a try. So the muscles worked. So wide grip upright rows primarily work the deltoids, the shoulders, and trapezius, with a greater emphasis on the lateral deltoids, so side shoulders, due to the wider grip. Well, they also engage secondary muscles, including the rhomboids, biceps and core. So the wide grip places a greater emphasis on the side deltoids and also engages the front and real deltoids. Another one is trapezius. So this large triangular muscle located in your upper back and neck is a major mover in this exercise. Common mistakes: using a grip that is too close. A narrow grip, but I was doing this before, will lead to excessive internal rotation of the shoulder joint, which increases the risk of impingement. This is why I injured myself. So now I use wide grip, approximately even more than wider than shoulder width. So this reduces stress on the shoulders. Also, I was pulling it too high. So pulling the bar past your chest or bringing your elbows higher than your shoulders, again, will cause the shoulder impingement. You only need to lift the bar to your lower ribs, keeping your elbows at or slightly below shoulder level. Instead of a clean pull with your elbows, shrugging the shoulder is an effective and incorrect way to perform the movement. So focus on leading the movement with your elbows, keeping them in front of your shoulders and pulling them up high while keeping the arms in front. And also don't use momentum. Swinging and this won't help at all. When lifting, that also another one would be if you are having your shoulders rounded forward or protracted as you lift, can decrease space in the shoulder joint and lead to impingement. So squeeze your shoulder blades back and stabilize them as you lift the weight to keep the top of the shoulder blade out of the way. So after finishing the shoulders, move on the triceps, and I started with cable pushdowns. So the cable pushdown primarily targets the triceps brachii, specifically the lateral and medial heads, by extending the elbow joint. The exercise also engages stabilizing muscles in the upper back and shoulders along with the core. So this lateral head is located on the outer part of the arm, giving it the like horseshoe shape. A medial head, you won't see it. It's located underneath the other two heads. The long head is located on the inner part of the arm. So common cable pushdown mistakes include flaring the elbows, shrugging the shoulders, using momentum, and not controlling the full range of motion. To fix these, keep your elbows tucked and stationary. Maintain a neutral shoulder position and use a weight that allows for controlled movement. Allowing your elbows to drift out to the sides places stress on your shoulders instead of your triceps. So very important, keep your elbows tucked in close to your sides throughout the movement. Shrugging your shoulders up and down engages your traps and deltoids, taking focus off your triceps. So keep your shoulders down, relaxed and stationary. Letting your upper arms drift forward or backward shifts tension away from the triceps and onto the lats. So now you will be training a back with the triceps. So keep your upper arms fixed and close to your sides. Remember, it's not about the weight. It's not. You can lift a lot of weight using all these secondary muscles, but it won't be effective, like all these young fellas doing. Twitching, jumping, and everything, just as much weight as possible. But everybody was young once. Well, I'm now 50, so it's different story now. So this heavy weight often leads to using momentum or like swinging. Also, letting the weight pull your arms up too quickly without resistance doesn't properly work the triceps on the way down. So triceps extension primarily targets the triceps brachii, the muscle on the back of your upper arm. The specific heads of the triceps emphasized can vary depending on the exercise variation. So often emphasized in overhead or incline variations where the upper arms are overhead. This position provides a great stretch, so you will target long head, the biggest part of the triceps. Common mistakes with the extension would be flaring the elbows out, using too much weight, and not using full range of motion. And other errors involve excessive lower back arching, letting the elbows move forward, and not keeping the movement controlled by using momentum. So again, allowing your elbows to flare out to the sides make this exercise less effective and can stress the shoulder joints. How you can flare your elbows depends really on your flexibility and the frame. Also, not completing the full movement will diminish the exercise effectiveness and muscle growth potential. Make sure to extend your arms fully at the top and get a good stretch at the bottom. Don't arch your lower back excessively because it will put strain on the spine. Maintain a neutral spine and engage your core for stability. Another one would be incorrect positioning. So standing too far or too close to the machine can be an issue, especially for push downs, which can make the exercise less effective. U-bar extension bent over. This exercise is just modification of the triceps extension. So again, this exercise targets the biggest head, so the long head of the triceps. This is what gives your triceps the thickness. Now it's something similar, just a different position of the body. And finishing the triceps with underhand pushdown. The underhand pushdown, I pick up this exercise because this exercise puts particular emphasis on the medial head of the triceps. So the head that you don't see, it's under the long and lateral head. So this medial head is located really closer to your elbow. Common mistakes for the underhand cable pushdown include flaring your elbows and moving your upper arms, which takes tension off the triceps and engage the shoulders and chest. Other mistakes involve curling or bending your wrists shrugging your shoulders, and using your back to arch, all of which can cause injury and reduce the exercise effectiveness. So your upper arms should really remain stationary and pinned to your sides throughout the entire movement. Only your forearms should move. Also, avoid shrugging your shoulders up and toward your ears. Keep them down and relaxed. And also, do not use your back to help push the weight down. Arching your back will put stress on your spine. Keep your wrists straight and align with your forearms throughout the movement to prevent wrist strain. And also avoid stopping, if possible, the movement before your arms are fully extended. However, also avoid locking out your elbows completely at the bottom. So using a full close grip is recommended. Okay guys, I hope you liked this video. Give it a like and subscribe. If you can, it will help my channel. And for coaching or consultations, contact me on email, ivanfrohlik@yahoo.com. I can help you with optimizing hormones, fat loss, muscle gain, physique, athletic performance, nutrition and health. For more information, shoot me an email again at ivanfrohlik@yahoo.com. Have a great time. Peace, brothers.